Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play King's Bounty Warriors of the North Ice and Fire. I think we'll make a very short recording today. I just want to grab some loot, get my hands on some useful stuff. We have guests today. Oh, we're already overburdened. Let's see if we have some spells that we can... Yes, that's a fair price, because I think slow is a good spell. Oh, let's hope he goes away. That is a nasty bugger, I tell you. He's fast, he's ugly, and he's damn strong. And luckily for us, he decides to go another way. But now, fast we must be. Wonderful. Grab that. We have grabbed that. Okay, that elf is going the wrong way for our plans, at least for the moment. And we must keep our distance to the spider. Well, I was thinking, of course we could fight more, but at the moment I would not find that very clever. So we're not going to fight unless we absolutely have to. Oh shit. The little bear is still with us. Hope we can make it to the sea. And we did. Oh, lucky we are. So, that went well. Very good. The next thing we want is to outmaneuver that guy. Question is, can we do that? I think we can. And tap. That is good. Okay, we're not interested. Oh, this one's a wonderful. But actually... I want that gold. So, anything here? No. Guess who comes there? Big bad elf. And we did it! Oh, we're great. Have we taken that? Not visited. Nothing for us anyway. Nothing to grab here. So, let's have a small look. Magic. We could go for rune magic, or we can try to get distortion magic. And I think that distortion magic is more important at the moment. And we could go for more of learning, which would be great. But we hold our breath for the moment, because distortion magic is much more important. I was thinking, we must learn and use trap to kill the enemy troops as fast as possible, because only with trap we will be only in the beginning troops we will be able to gain the kills for the trap award. Where is it? Here. This may not sound that important, but one additional trap on each battlefield will greatly help us. Trust me on that one. So let's see if there is some treasure here. No. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the guy that commands the woodcutters. Hello, young man. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Baron from Edinburgh. Very a humble servant of Her Majesty Queen Emily, and my name is Olaf. A Viking, you say? How very interesting. Can I help you in some way? What are you doing here, Baron? By the order of the Ministry of the Exploration and Development of New Lands, I'm currently in charge of the development and exploration of this island. Did you know that until most recently this island was not even on our maps? Full credit for the discovery of this island, its whole attribute of my good self. Is this your sawmill? Yes, I'm glad you asked. It's fully automatic sawmill, the latest development to be launched by the Minister's engineers. Since its introduction, the rate of forest development has increased by almost a third. For me, the problem lies in the rapid development of these devices around the island, because the forest reserves are exponentially large. The spirits of the forest are unhappy that you're cutting down trees. This must stop at once. The forest spirits? Don't bother telling me, young man. Baron von Brute doesn't believe in fairy tales concerning forest spirits. Those things are only to frighten gullible children. What is more, my presence here is backed up by a license, which is duly passed to those ignorant natives. The elves gave you a license to log? Naturally. Here, read it for yourself. The Baron hands you a sheet of paper, fastened with the royal seal. A contract apparently grants the Baron the right to deforest the island for 5 whole years. At the bottom of this sheet is a signature, probably the king's. Very strange. I'll take this up with the authorities. Yes, we will, because we're not interested in fighting. That armor I find very good. The 10% physical resistance is a hell of a lot of damage. That shield is good too. So, under level 3 might be useful. But I'm especially interested in this guys here. The Holy Believer. This is my most beloved unit. I totally like those guys. They're all you need. All you need is that guy. And let's hope that this spider goes away fast. Okay, our idea is to get rid of that strange guy. But therefore this spider must go away. Otherwise we will run into the spider by outmaneuvering him, because you can be sure that this guy is as fast as hell. Well, he's not as fast as hell, but he's fast. Did you saw that? That was a little bit concerning, if you ask me. Not the best chef I've ever found, but 25 resistance to poison. Friend of Natchez said. No. I was thinking of trying many different types of troops. Okay, nothing here. I think we've gotten to the entire island by now. I'm not sure if there is any more here, but we can find that out from another side. So, where is my ship? Here's my ship. Okay. Nothing to go here. Wait a minute. It might be wise. Do we still have room in our spell book? We should inscribe one more spell. Perhaps a spell that is not that expensive to subscribe. We take the Dragon Arrows. Dragon Arrows is a spell that is especially useful when you are a master of this kind of magic. and when you are in possession of, let's say, 4 or even more archers, because they allow you to ignore 30% of the enemy's defense, and well, that's quite a lot. Why I try to outmaneuver this spider? Because I think that the spider, that the place that is there might be useful for us to get more stuff. Perhaps there is a spell for us in there. I'm not sure if this room is enough to outmaneuver it. I think here we should be able to outmaneuver him. He's not that fast after all. Okay, this is fear. It's not my favorite. Far away from being my favorite. That is a belt. That is not quite what I'm looking for. No, we're not interested in that. Oh, look there, there's the chest. Okay, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing. Okay, let's go back, catch the chest. Visited, so that's not... Oh, shit. Big bad spider on our tail. Let's get rid of that monster. And, well, I wish you to vote, if you want, which units I shall use. I was thinking of a pure beholder army. 4 different types of beholders actually exist that I could use to battle. I could also try to make a bowman army. I'm not quite sure that is very effective, but I can try my luck. How do you see that? That is a green rune, and we want that rune. Oh yes, we want that rune. So we got that rune. There's nothing here. Nothing on that end. Okay, no, we're safe. We're safe, we're safe, we're safe. So, do you have a task for me? Yes, I have a job for you. Which you are more interested, bounty hunting or working with machinery? What sort of machinery? To the north of the island, on the cape, you'll find an old lighthouse. One of the first structures our ancestors built on Malassar. For hundreds of years it had been lit the path for our ships to come safely into harbor, until recently, that is. Its light grows dimmer with each passing day, and our vessels are finding it difficult to find the island. Your task is to visit the lighthouse, find out what has happened there. Okay, is there a keeper in the lighthouse? Actually, there is no in the lighthouse. I'm not certain, but I believe the light is produced either by magic or by some complex technology. You know once you get there. Why haven't you gone already? I cannot reach the lighthouse by sea. The only route lies through the forest, and by the royal decree the common people are prohibited from entering. I would have to spat on the decree, to be honest, but in the recent years the forest has become relatively dangerous, really dangerous. Very well, I'll go to the lighthouse and find out what happened. Excellent. And now I had the key of the lighthouse somewhere, if I just kept my hands on it. Evan disappears under the curtain for a while, apparently in a search for a key. Ah, there it is. Sorry, I never mentioned I'd never need that. Be careful. So, do you have work for me? When the king issued a decree forbidding us to go into the forest, I didn't take it seriously at first. But just the other day, when I was out on the wharf, I saw a monster come out from the woods, a huge flying dragon. Its scorching breath burned two of my brand new boats. What's worse, a couple of elves died when they were trying to save the hull from the flames. We can't continue without killing the dragon. Gives 1 magic rune, 51 experience, and 440 gold coins. Well, let me put that way, that does not sound like killing a dragon is our job. I'll take on that challenge. And now you could be able to help. I don't know exactly what you should look for, but it's definitely lurking somewhere in the woods. I certainly won't get confused with anything else once you came across it. Thank you, I'll be on my way. What do you have to sell? The Pain Mirror. That's an interesting spell. That's nice. That is useful. That I want in any case. Pain Mirror. Axe of Magic. Pain Mirror is very important spell. Very important spell, yes. So, you barbarian greetings. Make yourself home, but don't touch. Look here, trader. I was wondering whether you have some work. Why should I have work for you? On second thought, I do have a job that couldn't be entrusted to anyone else on the islands. What sort of a job? You probably don't know this, but they're not all elves on the island live in the great city. Well, are royal subjects to the king. There's a group of elves who live west of the island. Those works are extremely important for my trade. I need you to get a packet to them and retrieve an answer in return. Getting there could be very dangerous, however. Will you take it on? Absolutely. I don't think it will be a difficult one. So, let's see what he sells. That is not important. That is not important. Okay with me. Gracious, a real Viking. The young man looks at you for some time. His mouth opens in amazement. But suddenly he straightens up and says, deliberately lowering his voice, Greetings, stranger. My name is Melfin, and I want to welcome you to Skeleton Malazar. What's your name? I'm Olaf. Glad to meet you. You can always contact me if you need to know anything about the islands. Do you have any questions? Tell me of the city, please. Of course, the elves of Malazar are ruled by king, which they help the nobles, and they can be found if you go to do the alley, a little further up the hill. However, it's currently impossible to enter the king castle. The king has made it known that he wishes not to be disturbed for a while. At the bottom of the hill you will find the tavern owner and a shipmaster, Edwin, right at the pier, and the merchant Salaba a little further north the alley. I have to go. I'm sorry, Melvin. Goodbye. Glad to be of help. He barely had time to return when suddenly you hear the boy's voice again. Wait a minute. I need your help. Oh, what kind of help? You may have heard that the islands all haven't always lived on this island. My grandfather and his companions sailed here on the ships from the Hellenes, and since then every elf from Malazar have visited his homeland. Well, I want to return there too. However, in order to do so I need a ship, crew, and provisions. Everyone I have asked for help has turned me down. Help me and I will reward you generously. An expedition? That's very expensive. I doubt you have that kind of money. My parents died long ago, and you're right, I don't have no money. But my father left me an enchanted sword, Full Moon. It's family heirloom. Help me and it's yours. There are few soldiers among the inhabitants on the island, and fewer travelers who might be interested in such a reward. But I can tell you, you would definitely be interested in such a sword. No, because we know what that sword does. +3 attack, +5 mana. Totally useless crap. And what exactly do you want in exchange for the sword? I need a high-tech ship, suitable for long voyages, fought for 3 months, and a crew. 13 elf archers, 5 ents should be sufficient. And how are you going to sail that far without a map? I was able to obtain a map of the Sea of Endoria, so you don't need to worry. It seems unlikely that you're experienced enough to manage the ship. How dare you! Every elf on Malazar is able to handle a ship, even the very youngest. Evan taught me to pilot a ship when I was just a teenager. But what if you're attacked by pirates on the way? Have you ever held a weapon? Of course. I had to since I told you. I grew up with parents. I can handle a sword well. Why crew the ship with Ents? Well, because they float, I guess. You see, Ents are very capable, powerful warriors, and their only weakness is fire. And how can fire hurt you if you're in the middle of a sea? Well, this guy actually knows nothing about sea combat. Most ships in the Middle Ages, or many of the ships from ancient time to Middle Ages, were destroyed by fire and not by seawater. I'm sure they will make an excellent fighters and will be able to handle a complex world aboard the ship. I'm convinced I will try to help you. Excellent, thank you, Olaf. The ship crew and supplies, that's what you need to get, don't forget. Okay, what does he need? We need supplies. 20,000. How about a discount? What kind of discount are we talking about here? I'm already practically giving away my stock at a price. No, we cannot pay that. That is impossible. Welcome to humble Adore of Even the Herbalist. There it is, my Adore. I can offer you finest potions, tinctures and herbs around. Let's see what he has. Heal, we have. That we have. In the rest we're not interested. How many of these guys can we have? Ooh, and they're... oh, yay. We're going down here. Does he sell elves? No, I think he wants... He speaks of elf and 25 elves. Oh boy, why must it always be so expensive? I nearly forgot to look. Is there anything hidden here? Let's have a little look around. You'll never know. Okay, that's nice. Call of Nature, no. That would be nice. We could buy a Griffin army, by the way. That spell is absolutely important. Inscribe this. Oh, we're losing too many spell scrolls, in my opinion. First buy this and inscribe that at once. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is an extremely useful spell, trust me. Book of the Evil, that is nice, but yeah, What kind of magic is Book of Evil? Chaos magic. Well, we're not trained in chaos magic, so we have no use for that one. He has Avengers. That is all not useful to us. Let's have a look around here. No entrance. The door is blocked. Yay! Another chest. So, he holds haste. That could be useful. How much for the elves? Oh, we cannot even have 25 of those. Okay, that's an interesting helmet. It's double as good as the one we have, but you cannot afford it. Let's talk to him. On the southeast of the island there is an encampment of people cutting down the forest. They have a license signed by the king personally and authorized them to do so. What? The king would never grant such a permission. It must be a forgery. It is a printed document? Yes. The license even bears a seal. Does the seal look like this? With these words the elf pulls a seal from a drawer, exactly corresponding to the one printed on the license. Yes, I'm sure it's exactly the seal I saw. Thank you, Viking. Although You have brought us some bad news. Only the king, myself, and a few other high-ranking nobles authorized to represent the crown have access to the seal. I sent a detachment to the south of the island at once. We'll have to explain to the people that there has been error and somehow must compensate them for their expenses. Indeed, something monstrous is afoot in Malazar if strangers come bearing such documents. As for you, as a token of my gratitude, I allow you to buy the finest equipment and best mercenaries that can be found on this island. Thank you again. Well, okay. I want to know about the king of Malazar. I wonder why you're suddenly so interested in the king. Rainer has been king of Malazar from the time of immemorial. My father sailed to this island with me and Genvin, and a few other elves hundreds of years ago. Now the king and Genvin are the only survivors of so original few. He always ruled wisely and sparingly. Thanks to him we have built a black rock outcrop, but nothing but moss and flores into a severing city. At last, until recently, that is. Genevin? Who's that? How strange that you doesn't have heard of her. Genevin is the leader of the battle mages of Malazar and sorceress of the great power. Their headquarters is just a stone's throw away from Mago Estate. She's a bit acrobatic, but without her the island would never become what it is today. Previously she and Ronica were very close, but they're rarely seen together. I heard a group of elves sailed here from Helene, but nobody seemed to know the reason why they left their home. In truth, I don't know either. I've often wondered about this outlaw to the king, but he never answered me. And what has changed recently? The king has become increasingly withdrawn, and he has turned his gaze towards the horizon to the east. He stands on the balcony of his castle, isolated from everyone. He practically never leaves the castle, and only provides guidance through magical material links with his high-level dignitaries. When I last saw him, perhaps a month or two ago, it seems to me that he has his eyes full of sadness. However, he has not case to engage in politics, and he issues new orders almost daily. The most significant of those decrees in the recent years have been restrictions against citizens entering the forest. Something truly terrible has been settled in there, and perhaps Rinvas Melaki is somehow connected to this, but I'm not in position to violate the ordinance and try to find out. You've told me everything I need to know. Thank you. Tell me about yourself. I'm afraid I've nothing of interest to relate. Fencing lessons, navigation and rhetoric, followed by naval and military campaigns, and finally countless hours devoted to the trials of the unfortunate. Someone stole an apple or broke a branch from a sacred tree. Do you have any work for me? Nothing suitable to you, although I'm sure there's a lot you can manage. I don't want to take work away from my own people. Sorry. Okay. Okay, he does not know anymore. And he has more troops available to us, but none that we need or like. There is this lady. The problem is you can only talk to her a certain number of times. Upon my word, an unwashed barbarian on the doorstep of the military corps. And there are the city guards, what's left of them, that is. Should they be watching out to make sure that the people such as you are not allowed to roam freely around these premises of the elite? What did you forget, barbarian? That's not a way to welcome a guest, elf. I don't know, strangers weren't allowed here. I'm here on business. What sort of business could you possibly have for me? I'm looking for work. I do have a job that doesn't require much of mental effort. In the forest on this island there are a lot of monsters. There is one particular that is causing a lot of problems. It's a savage bear. I think we've seen him, which has become notorious that the common people have named him Mordok. Kill him. Now that should not be difficult to you, You can get your reward from the guard. One Maidrud. I'll take the job. Well, for starters, I like to whom I'm the honor of speaking. it would be well prepare yourself ahead of time if you intend to knock on the door of a military corps of combat mages. I'm Gedevin, leader of the corps, magician of the highest category. And how are you that you do? Rob villages perhaps, or maybe you scrub decks of the longboat for your leader? I'm Olaf, son of Tormund, skald of the highest category. I'm not mistaken, skald is a kind of poet and minstrel. Is it correct? Well, your glorious king advertises court jester. I recommend you for the position. Varian, I'm very busy. I don't intend to waste my time telling you how to get to the bakery. If you don't intend to clear up the fine purpose of your visit, I'll assume that you simply distract me from work on someone's foolish whim. Leave and take your ridiculous questions with you. Okay, she trades with me, that is good, but her prices are extraordinary. Holy shit, that is... Oh God, is she taking money. She cannot be serious about that. But the trumpet is nice. We can go for... elves if we want to. The trumpet is a very good thing to get our hands on. And what I want to know first is if we are still able to use the tent. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Oops. Three things. Well, he does not react on us, so everything is still alright. For a moment I thought that we lost him here. Okay. I think we row here again. And then a little bit on the corner. Nothing for us to plunder there, at least not for the moment. So I think we can do some questing in here. We have what the guy wants here after all. Where is the pirate? Come with me, come with me. Come with me, come with me. Come with me, come with me. And outmaneuvered. Yeah, we know that guy. One of the merchants in the city. Scaper asked me to deliver this package. What's inside? The pipes were twisted in the very smile when you hand over the picket. Here, take it. Trevor rummaged around in the bag provided by a merchant, wincing a few times, apparently in distrust. Excellent. That's exactly what I needed. Give the old wizard my greetings and tell him that this time he managed to avoid provoking my ire. I will give him his leaflet. It describes in detail where and how he can find his reward. Just a leaflet? An envelope? No envelope or seal? Aren't you afraid that I steal the sized prize? Take a look at the leaflet. The text looked like nonsense, right? That's because it's encrypted. And the key to the cipher is not only known to me and Salba. Barbarians don't know how to decipher codes, right? So, I'm looking for a suitable boat for long voyage. A ship. Amazing. You sailed here by ships, and you don't ask for ships. Oh, barbarians. Strange people indeed. Well, I do have such a ship. It's called Stefan. And it's an excellent schooner in tip-top condition, and will take you to the ends of the earth and beyond. And what do you want in return? Practically nothing. 25,000 gold and the ship is yours. Moreover, the price includes its ships as well as its delivery on any location on the island you choose. I suspect you of your little use of near my cave. That's expensive. How about lower the price? Lower the price? I can't offer you a discount. I'm not prepared to pay that much. I will find a ship for less. Okay. He's still not trading with me, sadly. That is a problem. Because I totally could use some more goods. Do I have that spell that I needed? Yes, Phantom. Very good. Phantom is my absolutely loving spell. I don't think there is any spell that useful than this Phantom spell. It distracts enemies. It gives you units that have... Oh shit. That was close. I didn't know he'd see that far. Okay, let's be fast. Okay, let's get back to work. And here we are. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. Nothing we can do here. I still find it strange that we should kill a dragon for only 51 experience. So I say we stop it here and see each other again next time. Bye!